Now let's talk a bit about the foreign policy. Of late or recently, you granted an interview to a neighboring channel, and you talked about the Gambia's position vis-a-vis the Casamance problem. I'm sure the Gambian populace would want to share those ideas and comments of yours.
Well, what you are referring to as granting an interview to a foreign channel was actually a joint interview where GRTS was there and 3 or 4 other international news media. So I don't know why it is attributed to only TFM, because maybe the guy asked that specific question. But as far as I'm concerned, I think Gambians are aware of the fact that any criminal who escapes from the Gambia goes to Senegal and then ends up having not only Senegalese identification documents, including passports, but some of them diplomatic passports and protection from the state of Senegal, which is unacceptable. Now, the impression they try to give, which is a violation of international law and also a violation of the ECOWAS statute. In ECOWAS, there's a convention of ECOWAS, or a resolution of ECOWAS that says that anybody who's planning something evil against any country in West Africa cannot be given residence in any country. In fact, that also is the ECOWAS extradition treaty. That anybody who wants to destabilize another country, if he comes to the Gambia, he should be handed over to that country through ECOWAS. So, the idea of human rights or whatever, Gambia is a death penalty state, is nonsense. It's just hypocrisy. Now, why would you even go to the extent people have plotted coups against my government? People wanted to destroy this country. They escape. Not only do you grant them asylum, but also provide them with security and a platform to talk nonsense. This is unacceptable. Now, even thieves, criminals, those who are engaged in drug dealing, when they escape the law here, when they jump here, they go to Senegal, and they're still in Senegal. And the Senegalese government cannot say they are not aware of it. So how can you be a good neighbor if my enemies, you are the host of my enemies? They host all the people that do not wish this country well, in the name of Western pressure, in total violation of the Geneva Convention, in total violation of the convention, the ECOWAS Convention on Transborder Crime. Now, how would you feel if I say, oh, you are a brother, and each time you come around, somebody wants to kill you, he escapes and comes to my house, and he lives here peacefully? How would you feel? Now, also, what type of neighbors are we talking about? Where only products from Senegal can be sold in the Gambia, but products from the Gambia cannot be sold in Senegal. So this is diplomacy also is about tit for tat. And for so many years we have accepted a lot of nonsense, and we are not going to accept that anymore. We are going to reciprocate to the letter. You want me to put out the fire in your house? Yes, I've been doing that on several occasions. But still, you piling up arsonists that want to set my house on fire. That's not going to continue. And I think all Gambians know that. Senegalese come to this country without even a laissez-passer. Nobody bothers them. But Gambians find it difficult to enter any part of Senegal without a laissez-passer. The relationship cannot be a one-way street. And that's the reality. All Gambians know that. The way you are even treated at the airport, on transit, just boarding a plane to go to somewhere. It happens that most of the flights end in Dakar, and Gambians are obliged to go to Dakar. And then we call each other brothers. That's nonsensical. And no Senegalese has ever been harassed in this country or at the Gambian airport. Any Senegalese who has a problem here is because he's a criminal. But nobody will be subjected to any harassment. Even official delegations sometimes are treated in a very hostile manner at the airport. I've talked to Wad about it. Each time you tell me, oh, I didn't know about it. And I also spoke to the current government that this is what has been happening and it's not going to be tolerated anymore. So sometimes also in diplomacy is tit for tat. And I think we have come to that stage. A cup of, even a gift, if you send a bag of sugar, it will not go to Senegal. As a gift. Do they think we don't also need to protect our economy? We will. We can also give them the same reasons that they are giving for not allowing anything to go in. Neighborliness is about reciprocating, about reciprocity. And this is exactly what I'm going to implement to the letter until things are on a two-way street. The relationship cannot be a one-way street where benefits go to another country and then ill will goes the other way. We are not going to accept that.